Before we move on to the Dawn Chorus, we are trialling a new feature this week. So we have recruited a roving wildlife reporter with the marvellous name of Genghis Marazapan. So now we're going to go live, well, not live for you, live for me-ish, to Genghis Marazapan, who says he's found something quite interesting in the south of England. Away we go.
Yes, thank you, Phil. Genghis Marazapan here. And exciting news. We've suddenly discovered these cages set up all here in the wilds of Suffolk. And we're just going to see which animals are inside these cages. And it appears there aren't any. Back to you in the studio.
Oh, well, you can't win them all. Wildlife filming and photography is very difficult. And speaking of sending stuff to us and filming wildlife, we have got another opportunity to go live to Genghis Marazapan, who assures me that this time he has found something pretty special. Away we go.
Yes, hello, Phil. This is Genghis Marazapan again, roving wildlife reporter. I'm in a simple cottage garden in the middle of Suffolk, and you think this is such an ordinary place, but actually at the end of the garden there's this compost heap. And in this compost heap, well, you just wouldn't believe it, there's absolutely nothing. Bit of a disappointment, that. Back to you in the studio.
Okay, so anyway, so Genghis has said this time, third time's a charm, he has found something of interest. So let's see what that is.
Hello, Phil. Yes, Genghis Marazapan here again, wildlife roving reporter. I'm in that same cottage garden that I was in some other time ago, and I've heard reports that in this hedge there is nesting the most exciting bird imaginable. Ah, okay. Bit of a disappointment, that. Back to you in the studio.
Cut! Cut! Oh wait, I'm the only one here. Now, to finish off our catch-up, we are going to go live to our roving wildlife reporter, Genghis Marazapan. This is an appointment that I definitely do not regret, one iota. So, Genghis, over to you.
Yes, hello, Phil. Here we are again. Genghis Marazapan, the roving wildlife reporter. I've discovered this rather interesting pile of sticks. And you can absolutely guarantee that if you move a pile of sticks, you're going to be presented with a whole array of creepy not so good. To be honest, that's a bit of a disappointment. So back to you in the studio.
Well, I don't regret it one iota, but certainly I'm starting to regret it 2 iotas. Verging on 3. That was a lot of information. So let's have a short break and go live to our roving wildlife reporter, who I am 70% sure may or may not have found something this time. Go.
Yes, hello, Will. Thank you for getting back to me. Genghis Marazapan, wildlife roving reporter out here in the field, as they say. And I'm very lucky now. I have found some bark that's fallen off a tree. Now, you can absolutely guarantee that when you turn this bark over, you will find all sorts of creepy... Okay, you're absolutely guaranteed to find the underside of fallen bark, which is a little bit of a disappointment, but back to you in the studio, Will.
It's Phil. Phil. I believe in second chances, third chances, fourth, 5, 6. I believe in chances. We're going to go now live to our roving wildlife reporter Genghis, who I'm assured has found something this time.
Yes, hello, Gil. Lovely to hear from you. This is very, very, very exciting. Through this hedge, we've just caught sight of a hare. So when we get to the field, that's what we should see. Now, of course, we're very lucky because they've got such small ears they can't hear very well. And also, of course, as we all know, they're very slow creatures. So when we turn this corner, we should be met with a wonderful view of a hare. Oh, well, that's a bit of a disappointment. Back to you in the studio, Gil.
It's Phil. It's always been Phil. I'm beginning to suspect appointing him was a grave error. And reluctantly, it wouldn't be a catch-up if we didn't go to our roving wildlife reporter, who this time not only apparently has information about wildlife, but also a musical reference as well. I'm sure we're all looking forward to hearing that. Go.
Yes, hello, Phil. Genghis Marazapan here, wildlife roving reporter. Now I found a sweet little thing here. It's a little bird larking about in the sky, making quite a jolly trilling sound. I'm not sure you can hear that, but this bird is a tit, and it's been made famous by that German composer Ralph von Williams, probably pronounced von Williams, and in that wonderful piece he wrote called The Tit Ascending. I love it. Anyway, I'll try and find this bird for you. Hang on a second. No. Seems to have vanished. A bit disappointing, that. Back to you.
Well, at least he got my name right. The rest of it, there's so many layers of wrongness. It's really quite a beautiful construct. The bird that wasn't there was almost certainly not a tit, it was a skylark. Musician, no, it's not German, he's Ralph Vaughan Williams, not Von, and it's not the tit ascending, it's the lark ascending. I don't think I can get you a copyright-free piece of music to play, so I recommend just Googling it because it's an amazing piece of music and you should listen to it immediately, after you've watched the rest of the video, obviously. That's all I have to say about tansy beetles, but now we're going to go back to our roving wildlife reporter after I've given him a briefing on what a hare actually is and looks like. He's on the trail of one right now. Away we go.
Yes, hello Phil. Genghis Marazapan here, wildlife roving cyclist reporter on me bicycle, going around looking for wildlife. Just seen a hare running up the road, gonna charge after it and see if we can find it. Hang on a second. Hang on. Oh, going a bit out of control. Okay, bit of a painful disappointment that. Back to you.
Well, that's unfortunate. I would help, but I'm a busy man. Ooh. But as is tradition now, we'll head over to Genghis Marazapan, who is on probation due to general lack of success, shall we say, in a polite term. But he's found something that he can do. He can show us a special guest. So, over to you, Genghis. It's not actually over there. I could have looked up there, or that way, or down. Breaking the fourth wall!
Yes, hello, Genghis Marazapan here, wildlife roving reporter, and I've got something that, yes, I can do quite easily. Your eagle-eyed viewer has spotted a couple of paws on some of my posts, and yes, he wants to see my dog, who I have with me. She's called Chesmeralda, and she's often here to help me out. And of course, I can show her. So, if you just hang on a second, she's sitting right next to me. Best behaved dog in the world. Damn, she's gone off after those sheep again. Shezza! 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 Back to you. Shezza!
Well, I can't say I'm overly surprised that he can't even show his own dog. Yeah, I have no more words. Let's move on. Things up, we'll go back to Genghis because apparently he has retrieved his dog. I remain skeptical, but I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because I am tired and the chocolate cake is wearing off.
Hello, Phil. Yes, Genghis Marazapan here, wildlife whatever. And yes, second time lucky. Got the old dog back from worrying the sheep. The farmer was jolly understanding, actually. He only pinned me up against the wall by my throat for, well, no more than 5 minutes, really. So, I've got her back, and here she is. I've got her by the collar, so that she can't possibly escape. So here's Esmeralda. Oh, what? Oh, goodness me. Shezza! 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 Back to you, Phil. Shezza! Shezza!
And they said my deep cynicism was unhealthy. Genghis has finally tracked his hound down, so back we go.
Hello, Phil. Yes, Genghis Marazapan here. Third time lucky with the old dog. Esmeralda, meeting her and all that. Got her back from the sheep farm. Farmer was very decent, said he wouldn't shoot her until next time. So I'm pretty sure now that we're okay because got her sitting here, got her favourite treats, so she's not going anywhere. Oh. Ah. Okay, that's a bit of a disappointment. Shezza! Shezza! Shezza!
So the thing is, I'm all out of incredulity. I have no more incredulous looks for you. There is nothing left to give. I am incredulized out. So instead, all I can do is present indifference. Yeah. Whatevs, as the kids say. Or not. Nothing, if not very tolerant. I'm going to check for updates from Genghis to see what he has found.
Yes, hello, Phil. Take a look at this. Very exciting stuff. Genghis Marazapan here, wildlife roving reporter, and as you can see, I have a very wonderful large bird. A passerby has just told me it's called a red kite, which is a bit strange because it's not very red, and to be honest, it's got no strings hanging from it or anything, so it's not very kitey either, but it is wonderful to behold, and I thought you'd like to see it. Back to you.
What? Wildlife? What? How? What? Genghis? Sorry about that. It's fuzzy, but it's a red kite. It's a start. It's the start of great things. Great things. So back to Genghis, because he said he's got something, and I am hopeful. I am optimistic. So away we go.
Yes, hello, Phil. Genghis Marazapan here, roving wildlife reporter. I've come down to this little backwater, small stream in the middle of nowhere, because it's the only place in the country where you can find this amazing species of duck. Have a little look. It's quacking at this very moment. And yes, there it is. Feast your eyes, because you won't see many of those. It's called a mallard. That's mallard. And here it is for all to see. Back to you in the studio, Phil.
It almost hurts more now, because he'd given me hope, and then crushed it. He says he's found something else, and I honestly don't know what to think now, because there was potential, and then loss. Let's have a look.
Hello, Phil. Yes, here we are again. Just further up the bank from the mallard, you can see some more mallards, found only here, passing in front. But behind the mallards, yes, it's one of those incredibly rare white birds called a swan. It's a swan. Have a good look at it. We'll only find them here with the mallards. Nowhere else in the country. Back to you.
He tasks me. He tasks me and I shall have him. I'll chase him round the moons of Nibia, and round the Antares maelstrom, and round perdition's flames before I give him up. Genghis! So now we are going to go back to our roving wildlife reporter, Genghis Marazapan. And no one is more surprised about this than me. I did try to get rid of him and fire him, but apparently he is a member of a union. Yeah, who knew? Admittedly, it did seem to be the Union of Federated Cheesemakers, but they had a very expensive looking lawyer who gave me lots of legalese documents. So for now, we're kind of stuck with him. So, Genghis, always a pleasure. What have you been up to?
Hello, Genghis Marazapan here, a wildlife not roaming about reporter, because I've decided that I've seen your viewer sending in these camera trap footage, and I thought that's the answer to my prayers. Don't need to roam around. I'll get a camera trap and set it up, and the wildlife will come to me, which is exactly what I've done. So I'd like to show you this amazing footage that I've just got. Have a look at this. There you are. I think you'll agree that's jolly impressive, don't you think? Back to you in the studio.
Well, that's certainly a thing. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. And also angry. Inevitably, because I haven't managed to acquire sufficient legal counsel to get rid of him, we come to another segment from Genghis Marazapan, the world's, I'm obliged to read this, best wildlife roving reporter. Let's see what he's found, and I'm sure I can deal with it because I have a stress ball, so it will keep me grounded. Genghis, me old pal, me old hearty, what have you found?
Yes, hello, Phil. Genghis Marazapan here, wildlife roving reporter. And if you remember, some weeks ago now I showed you a swan. Now those swans have had little baby swans, which are called signals. So if I can catch up with them, we'll be able to see a signal really close. And they're very friendly. See how friendly they are. Ooh, very friendly. Or perhaps not so friendly. Backing away. Back to you.
I think I'm going to need more stress balls. Well, it looks like Genghis has another segment to give us, and apparently it links into water life. So, you know what? Genghis, I'm ready for you. I've got all the stress balls in the world.
Yes, hello, Phil. Can't shout too loudly. Genghis Marazapan here, wildlife roving reporter. Something very exciting down here. There it goes. There it goes. It's the return of a pterodactyl to this country. Ah, just missed it. But I think you caught a glimpse of the first pterodactyl spotted in a few hundred years, I think. Back to you.
Time for a refund, I think. I haven't managed to get rid of him. We're going to go live to Genghis Marazapan, roving wildlife reporter in the loosest sense of the term, who's in a field or something, and I'm going to give this my full attention.
Yes, hello, it's Genghis Marazapan here, wildlife roving, well, revolving reporter. Why am I revolving, I hear you cry? Well, I shall tell you I'm revolving to show you that I'm in the middle of a field. Why am I in the middle of a field? Well, I was told that in this middle of this field there was a whole nest of young hares. Well, that hasn't actually turned out to be the case. There's a bit of a disappointment. It probably wasn't called a nest of young hares anyway, because as you know, some of these animals have terms for when there's lots of them. I mean, like the crows. I happen to know that one is a bloodbath of crows. Very strange. Anyway, so as I say, nothing here. Got to get back out of this field. The farmer, Mr. Reisenbach, who gave me the permission to come out here, said I must be careful to go back the same way I came in. Otherwise, if I strayed off the path, I would fall down. Okay. Down the bottom of a sinkhole or something. Might need a bit of help here, Phil. Thank you very much. Back to you, possibly, if you can still hear me.
Sorry, what was that? Probably nothing. And now we're going to go back to Genghis, who is in some kind of trouble, apparently.
Yes, hello, Phil. Genghis Marazapan here, still down me pit. I'm going to try something, because not getting much rescuing happening. I've seen a film, had a dog in it, called Cassie or something, who rescued everybody in sight. So I thought if I could get hold of me Chesmerelda, she could get help. So just a matter of getting her attention, isn't it? So, Shazza! Oh, there's scuttly things down here. Shazza! Oh, I can't feel my legs. That's a bit weird. Shazza! Oh, and my battery's running out. It's not looking good. Shazza! Shazza!
Oh no, Genghis, that's so unfortunate. You take care of yourself. Rest assured that I will be monitoring this situation very carefully. I just heard that Genghis has been rescued, which is a shame that he wasn't rescued sooner. And he has sent a video message, so let's have a look at that.
Hello, Phil, yes, Genghis Marazapan here. And yes, here I am looking out of my hospital window. Everything's okay. I did manage to get hold of me dog, Shazza, and she ran off. I gather she bit a policeman on the leg, who then chased her into my field, fell down me pit along with me, but of course he was managed to radio for help, and here I am. The rest, as they say, is history. Only problem is, me legs, can't move 'em. Totally gone. So, you'll be hearing from me solicitor about the work-related injuries. Shouldn't be more than a few million. Probably won't be working for you much more now, if at all. So thanks. It's been fun. Goodbye.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, 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 oh dear, dear. Oh, I need to phone Phoenix and Kathy and leave the country. Titled Fade to Black, Fade to Black. Why is it always me who has to fade to black? Beaky, we're in trouble. Left my phone. Wait a minute. There's more to his message. It looks like he left his phone recording.
Oh, blimey, thank God that's over. Don't have to make that stupid, strange voice anymore. Anyway, Rachel, phone that Chris Packham. Tell him it's done. I've nobbled the competition. Done what he asked, made him look silly. Sued him for millions. Not a problem. Ha, sorted. Yeah, the only thing that, while you're about it, the only thing that Phil bloke got right was get us a drink, will ya? He was right about the Robinsons. Good stuff.
Right. Excuse me, I need to go give Genghis a get well soon present. I think this spade should do. Beaky, get your coat.